guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel, The Inner Balance Solutions. If you're new to this channel, we talk about empowering women and youth to seek help for mental health challenges. We also create awareness on mental health disorders and
challenges in general.
Yeah,
yes.
Health challenges.
Yes.
So my name is Wangoi.
And I'm Caroline. And a disclaimer, we are not psychologists
yet.
Mm-hmm. As soon as we become clinical psychologists, you guys will be the first to know. For now, we are students of life and students of psychology. And we like to have these interactive sessions with you. Comment below, let us know if you're enjoying these shows that we are doing, and let's have a conversation.
Yes.
Yes.
Today's topic, we're going to talk about something that we all go through. It's relationship anxiety. Anxiety in relationships, relationship anxiety.
Yes, relationship anxiety. And when we were doing, I think, research for this topic, it was confusing whether, okay, is it anxiety because of the relationship, or do you just have anxiety in general and it comes out in the relationship?
In the relationship, yeah.
Yes.
So we are going to delve into this topic today.
Yes.
If you feel triggered,
join us.
Oh my gosh,
Triggering
I'm already
topic.
sweating from just talking about.
I think triggering topic because for me, I think it challenges you when you're listening to some things that might seem correct about you. You're laughing. Okay, there's a monkey running across. Stop laughing. Hello, monkey. Wait a while. Karibu, Kenya. Hakuna Matata. We were saying we were triggered about this topic.
Yes.
It's probably why we're also laughing so much. Is because sometimes when you're personally challenged by something, your gut reaction is to be maybe defensive.
True.
And also you don't want to really dig deep. What does that mean if I have relationship anxiety? Am I weak? What's wrong with me? And what we're saying is, guys, let's have conversations about these things. Because if you don't challenge yourself, you'll never grow.
Exactly. Plus, we tend to mislabel the things that we're going through. So you might be having relationship anxiety, and then you call it out as probably depression.
Yes, yes, because it can kind of mask itself. Some of the symptoms can mask itself as something completely, totally different. Meanwhile, you're just having issues within your relationship that is causing you to have anxiety. So specifically, that's why it's called relationship anxiety. So what is relationship anxiety? It's defined as feelings of worry, insecurity, and doubt that can pop up in a relationship, even if it's like your relationship is going on relatively well. You find yourself with all these feelings that are overwhelming. And then, okay, well, we're saying it's normal to have some of these feelings. However, if relationship anxiety becomes a problem, when it's severe enough, or it lasts long enough to impede growth in the relationship or in other areas of your life. Yeah. That's what we are saying. We're saying that if at some point the anxiety is impeding growth, then there's a problem.
There's a problem.
Yeah. Then something is amiss afoot, and it's good to tackle.
And this word relationship, it means marriage, long-time partnership, heterosexual kind of relationships, homosexual kind of relationship, girlfriends, boyfriends. All these are masked into the word relationship.
Correct. And what we're saying is some of the relationship anxiety symptoms can lead to things like emotional distress, fatigue, or even emotional exhaustion. You're looking at a lack of motivation, and then the physical symptoms that happen even in anxiety. Heart palpitations, stomach problems, headaches, weird aches and pains that you don't know. And now you see, as we list these symptoms, it starts sounding like it's depression.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Because if you've got fatigue, no motivation, you can't sleep.
Emotional distress.
All of a sudden you think that you're depressed, and perhaps you're just going through
the relationship anxiety.
Right?
Yeah.
So maybe we talk about the signs that you are actually experiencing relationship anxiety. How will I know if I'm in a relationship, and what does that mean that I have relationship anxiety?
So one of the signs is wondering about your partner.
Meaning what?
they're not there with you.
So
you constantly wonder where they are, who they're with, what they're up to.
So you're constantly calling them,
Not
or you're
really.
like, where are you?
Yeah,
you
no,
need
you
to
just
know.
think about,
Okay.
these are the questions that just are in your mind and thoughts.
Worrying excessively about your
worry
partner's whereabouts.
that you can't even do something else.
Oh, it consumes your mind.
Exactly.
Hey, ladies. Also, when we were going through this, I feel like this is a women's. No, it's not a disease. But it seems to affect women more than it does men, and perhaps in men it looks different. I don't know, but in females then it can look. But there's men who are always also worried about where you are.
You see, I think for men they do worry, but it doesn't consume.
It doesn't consume them.
Yeah, they'll worry, but their life will
unless
go on.
they're like stalkerish, obsessive men.
Yeah,
maybe.
now that one.
Then now it's different. Okay, fine. Worrying about your relationship partner where they are all the time. Doubting your partner's feelings for you. So you're forever needing that constant reassurance, reaffirmation. And what we're saying is there's nothing wrong with wanting affirmation and reassurance from your partner.
But not every.
It's just that one for all the time. Like you constantly need it, and no amount of affirmation is enough.
That's true.
Yeah. And then there was that one that was saying doubting long-term compatibility. So you're always questioning your happiness and overemphasizing your differences. So if you're in a relationship and you're constantly thinking we're doomed, we're too different, this will never work.
The negative feelings and thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah, you're constantly thinking, this can't work, this guy's. It's almost like you're looking for an excuse all the time to jump ship.
Exactly.
Then that's not healthy, right?
There's another one here, sabotaging the relationship. Break up with them before they break up with you.
I liked that one.
Okay.
I'll break up with you before you break up with me because these people are afraid to be hurt. Yeah, it's a space of vulnerability and hurt that they are afraid of. In fact, I think that was one of the symptoms. Being afraid to be vulnerable and
in the relationship.
Being in the relationship. And so if they sense that if they perceive that their partner wants to break up with them, or even maybe have a conversation, it doesn't even have to be breaking up. It can be just bringing up an issue. They put up guards and say, okay, this is over, basi, bye, you know.
They don't want to, talk about the issue. True.
Yeah.
Reading into their words and actions. That's
overthinkers.
Overthinkers.
Hi, overthinkers. Join us, please.
My name is X, and you know how
I'm an overthinker.
I'm an overthinker.
I don't know. It's the overthinking. I don't know if it's built in us as chicks, or not all of us. I'm sorry. I'm sure not all of us are overthinkers.
Oh, it's in the DNA.
It must be DNA,
from
genetic,
environment. I don't know.
Or both, or childhood, or all these things, right? Communication styles, things like that. Yeah, but overthinking is one of the other symptoms of relationship anxiety, where you misread an action. Let's give an example. For example, you send your man a text. Now it's 11, and maybe he's at home or he's at work.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, he blue ticks your message. What's going on through your head? And he hasn't responded. What are the scenarios that you're painting?
First of all, the first one is, why are you ignoring me?
Why are you ignoring me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I not important?
Am I not important? Priority.
And sometimes it's just a yes or no answer.
Yeah. Just answer. Yeah,
so
just
that I can
we
move on to other things.
Oh my god. Problems. Yeah. So now you start overthinking. Yeah. He doesn't care about me. I'm not a priority. He's not responding in time. And then it starts spiraling.
Plus, worse is you can see he's online. You can say Lassie.
Lassie! I love how you didn't respond. Guys, we need to do better. Learn your partner and learn if they are overthinkers and help them come back from the ledge. You know, that's another thing that we'll talk about in terms of how do you help people who have relationship anxiety to
come back,
step off the ledge, right? I like that one. The other one was not expressing your needs and desires for fear that they will leave or avoidance of confrontation. That's a big one. And I think that goes back to communication. First of all, not being able to communicate properly.
Exactly.
Not being able to express yourself. So there's that first part of you as a person are unable to communicate. And then the next level is you are afraid that if you communicate, there'll be a confrontation. Remember, people I think that struggle with relationship anxiety struggle with confrontation. And anxiety stems from lack of expression.
It's true.
Yeah. If you don't remove what is inside,
keeps building and building.
It will eat you on the inside. Yeah. So that one was a good one. And that one stems from, there's a bunch of things, maybe we'll talk about the causes later, but that's a big one. The communication and being unable to communicate. And that also can be, is it really you who can't express yourself, or maybe the relationship environment also?
It's not conducive.
It's not conducive
enough for you to be able to express
yourself.
So those are two different
things.
Causes of this anxiety in a relationship, that you are unable to communicate, and the environment is also
not conducive enough to make you want to. Okay, which other one?
Well, fear of commitment and
vulnerability. We touched on that one before, right? Yeah, maybe just as a person you're afraid of commitment, maybe because of, again, we'll go through the causes of relationship anxiety, but yeah, you're just afraid to be vulnerable.
Because of
vulnerable
past,
is hard.
Because of past experiences.
And then it basically says, if you spend more time worrying about the relationship than enjoying it, you might have relationship anxiety. Mujilete, bring yourselves. If you spend way too much time worrying about the relationship rather than enjoying it, then you might have relationship anxiety. Which, just quiz yourselves, ladies and gentlemen, if any of these things,
the signs,
if any of these things sort
are
of
very clear,
and
you're already sweating from hearing this.
If you're sweating from hearing some of the symptoms, don't worry, you're not alone. Yes. So maybe then we can segue into what causes. These things. You touched on one.
We talk about probably your past experiences.
If your partner has done something to you in the past, or your relationship.
Your partner doing something to you in the past, and also your past relationship in terms of your family setup. The different roles and responsibilities of your mom and your dad. So now you carry that to your new relationship, and you expect your man or you expect your woman to act the way you saw your parents acting.
Okay, so you're carrying forward an expectation.
Yes, instead of relearning instead of unlearning your previous family responsibilities and roles, so now you carry it forward and you expect your man to do whatever your dad was doing, or your parent or your guardian.
So then what you're saying there's a disappointment in the package that you have compared to what you think he should have been, or he or she should be like. Okay, so then when they don't do those things, you get
a bit
anxious. I like that. And also the partner themselves, if you've been in previous relationships where they've been unhealthy and toxic, you've been cheated on, lied on, misled, you've basically been character developed in these streets, you form an armor, right?
It's true.
And you say, never, ever, ever will I ever let another person ever come close to me.
No.
Not realizing that perhaps you're actually in a good relationship.
True,
A
that's
healthy,
very
good
true.
relationship, a good man, a good woman, or whatever. But you've carried forward that armor, and now you're unable to just move forward
And enjoy
the relationship.
Yeah.
Right? And then another one that I think was very interesting was attachment styles. This is basically how you were raised and how you grew up. And if it basically says if you grew up in a stable, secure, loving home, you form what is called a secure attachment style, which means that you're able to openly communicate, express yourself, love people, have empathy. You're more normal. It doesn't mean you're not normal if
it just means
you're a bit more
secure. Yeah.
And then there's the insecure attachment style. If you grew up in a home, for example, your parents were missing, fighting, violence, they were unavailable, even if they were present. You know those parents who they're there, but they're not there. So you grew up feeling abandoned, rejected. So you form what is called an insecure attachment style, which can also be avoidant or an anxious style. So you find yourself communicating in those ways, even without realizing that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing.
Because you've grown up in this experience.
Yeah.
So that it has become your norm.
Yeah.
You don't know how to love. You don't know how to receive or reciprocate attention. So that's your normal.
That's your normal. You don't even know actually how to communicate what you need in a relationship, because that is so important. You being able to say, this is what I need from the relationship. Is this person able to provide? You're not even able to do that. You'd rather avoid it.
Because you never saw your parents or your guardians modeling that sort of communication style or attachment.
Yeah. Is this what they call daddy issues?
Daddy issues is from if probably your daddy is missing, or if he's there but not.
So same. One parent or two. So then you learn to communicate that way.
One big one,
which
you're
is
an overthinker.
You already said overthinkers are us, please.
Oh my gosh.
My name is Caroline, and I'm an overthinker. You know.
Add me to the WhatsApp group.
Let's join our group and support each other. And it just is what it is. We're just overthinkers, and there's ways to manage overthinking. I think this is why we're here talking about these things. So you also don't feel like you also don't feel like you're completely strange for being an overthinker. It is what it is. But that can be also a cause of relationship anxiety. Yes. Oh, and there was also this one where it says like general anxiety can also manifest itself in relationship. If you're generally a person that has generalized anxiety disorder, or you just are a generally anxious human being, then you start seeing it even in relationship. Okay. It says you may not be aware of a reason for the anxiety, but no matter how it presents, the underlying reasons generally reflect a longing for connection.
That's deep.
Sad.
That's really deep.
Yeah. You just want love. Or rather, how sad you want the connection, but you don't have the tools to make the connection with your partner. Right?
Yeah.
You long for it. But you don't have the tools to actually get it. And that's what we're saying. Let's talk about these things and see if we can learn some tools to get out of
the general anxiety, so that it doesn't present itself in
your relationship. So this is what we're saying, that there's tips to overcome it. What do you think? Do you think the relationship anxiety can be helped?
It can be helped, but you have to acknowledge that.
Acceptance.
Acceptance
is number one.
Also, informing your partner that, I struggle with anxiety, and these are the things that probably trigger my anxiety.
Yeah.
So that your partner can be aware of, you know, that kind of when your partner asks you, is everything okay? You're just like, I'm good, I'm fine. So you see, they're not even able to help you go through whatever you're going through.
Because you said you're fine and then they leave you alone. So it's basically what you're saying is to be able to communicate to your partner that you have anxiety related issues, and sometimes when you say you're fine, you're not really fine.
You're not really
They
fine.
should keep pushing and find out, okay, something is off with my partner, for them to learn you in a deeper way to understand when you're okay and when you're not okay. And sometimes provide that reassurance, even if it might seem annoying. It's not so much about the partner, it's about the person suffering from the relationship anxiety.
And also talk about your previous experiences in your previous past relationships, experiences.
You share, you mean, with your partner.
So this is what happened, and things like that. This
to
is
provide context.
Exactly.
There's also one that says try to maintain your identity. Okay, which is good, because then you stop focusing so much on the relationship and you focus on what makes you you. Right? So when you focus on what makes you you, what kind of things do you like doing?
Exactly.
Who are you outside this relationship that it's really weighing you down so much? There's other things to life other than the relationship that you're in. So it says try to maintain your identity by figuring out who you are. Have a hyper self-awareness where you're like, I like this, I don't like this, and then move with that.
There's also something that says says try to be more mindful. So you practice body scanning techniques to increase your self-awareness. Yoga, meditation, going to the gym. All the things that help with anxiety. Exercise, deep breathing, these breathing techniques that can help you. If you're feeling some sort of panic coming across your body, if you're feeling like you can't breathe or things like that, you can practice. Bring yourself back to the present. Because overthinking most of the time is you're constantly worrying about the future, about something that is not really there. So it helps to, bring yourself back.
Bring yourself back to center. Bring yourself back, ladies and gentlemen. And then, I like this one about being honest about what you're feeling. I think sometimes anxiety is made worse when you try to ignore how you're feeling. You're like, I'm feeling some sort of, I'm not okay. And then you try to push and stuff that away, as opposed to acknowledging that, you know what, I am feeling this way. Why am I feeling this way?
Why am I feeling
why
am I being triggered?
Why am I being triggered? Is it me? Search yourself. Because I think some of these things, sometimes it's you. Sometimes you're the problem.
It's true. I think that what you've said is very important. Why is this triggering me?
What is it?
What is it? Why are you being triggered?
What is it? Investigate yourself, investigate your feelings, and then have ways to bring yourself down from those feelings.
It's true.
Converting negative thoughts into positive thoughts. Okay, that's in therapy session, but you can learn to do it yourself.
True.
Where you're, let me bring myself down. I'm feeling why.
Why am I being triggered?
And that ties into identifying what is driving your anxiety. Is it fear? What are you afraid of if your partner is going to Nakuru? What is it? Is it what is it? Is it low self-esteem? Is it you that you don't really have self-confidence in yourself, that you're always constantly thinking that your partner will leave you or something? Because that's a you thing. Granted, partners in a relationship can injure your self-esteem, granted, but I think self-esteem is a personal work.
It is a personal work. And it stems from somewhere. Most of these issues stems from their root is childhood, environment.
Yes, always childhood. Hey man, how you raise your kids, my gosh. Knowing all these things, does it make you more like nervous, or rather,
let me tell you,
when you're raising a child?
I work with kids, and it's very disappointing how some of these kids are portrayed by their parents, even them calling names.
What do you mean?
Calling names by, let's say you tell your child to do something and they don't, you start just by calling them names.
Like insulting them.
And these are little kids, probably they didn't understand what you say, and things like so.
The importance of parenting cannot be like overstated. It is everything. It is everything, how we parent, the things we're putting into our children, how we're raising them,
how you talk
because
to
we're
them.
seeing now as adults, whenever there's issues, I think you go back to your childhood and say, I feel like that's where that came from.
Exactly.
You know, but again, with knowledge comes power, right? So if you know better, you do better.
You do better.
Yeah, and once you find out that some of these issues are rooted in your childhood, I mean, we're not saying stay there and say forever my childhood was, no. Figure that out. Once you figured out that perhaps it was your childhood, learn ways to move forward.
Yeah, and do better. Be a better parent.
Yeah.
The other one is work on building trust with supportive people.
Oh yeah, that's important.
That's very important. Look for a supportive group of friends that you can share with.
Yeah. Hey, girlfriends are important, or man friends, or whoever friends. Just friends, people you can talk to.
People you trust, you know. Yeah. Trust is very important in friendship.
It is. And then always recognize that your feelings are valid. I like this one. But feelings are not always facts.
True. What you perceive.
Yeah, what you perceive and how you're feeling, thinking. And I think this is an overthinker's dilemma. This is us. Feelings can rule you. They can control how you're going to behave, act, do all these things. But sometimes feelings are not facts. Feelings are what you perceive. For example, the conversation about the example for the text. You sent your man a text, he didn't respond. Now you're starting to feel that he's ignored you. How dare he? What is he doing, right? Those are your feelings. Those are not facts. Maybe he was in a meeting where he just quickly glanced and oops, it blue ticked. But he can't respond to you at that moment. Now that is a fact.
Also, social media is just nasty.
It's the worst.
It's
Why?
the worst.
In which way? What do you mean?
Let's say you see something online, then triggers
Like what?
you.
Like what?
I don't know. You see something
On your partner's social media?
Yeah.
Oh. Like what? Like him with
Pictures,
some pictures with him and some...
videos.
Hey, but he should explain the videos or pictures. That's not overthinking.
But now you see it's overthinking because if you start now building stories.
Okay, yeah. So
if you
that's the
start
thing.
building stories in your...
Stop yourself.
Stop yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop yourself until you can have the communication that is open and transparent. For hello, Mr. Boss. What is this? You know? And then after that you can form an opinion. Because before that,
But you know it's so easy to...
it's easier said than that.
It's very easy. Otherwise, you'll just be like, hey, when you come, please, you're not coming to this house.
Get out.
Your bags are packed.
Your bags are packed. I'm breaking up with you before you break up with me. Oh my God, women, people love that. It's not a woman's disease, but guys,
social media is very...
It's not a good thing. Yeah, I don't know. Social media, sometimes I think you have to be on the same page with your partner, where you're both saying either we are going to be on social media or we're not.
What does that mean?
In terms of even expressing your love and professing your love for one another. I feel like because social media is so big in our society now, you have to have the conversation of saying, are we going to profess our love openly out there, or let's just keep it private? Let's keep our relationship private, because you can be a very social media person where you're there, you're saying, my love, I love you so much.
My man.
But he doesn't ever acknowledge you on the platform. That's a huge thing. Huge, because now
that will cause now the relationship.
That will cause relationship anxiety. But because you didn't have the conversation of saying, babe, whatever, this is what we're doing. Shida inakuja. So I think social media is a huge conversation. You decide, we were not going to be. We know our love for each other.
We don't need to.
We don't need to
validate it to online strangers.
Yes, correct. That way you're both not feeling, I can't believe I posted
and you
didn't like it or comment. Yeah, that's a huge problem in this day and age. Huge problem.
It is.
Huge problem. Yeah. Okay. Dun dun dun.
Okay, the last one is you need to talk to a therapist.
Yes, always.
And a certified therapist. When you go to their office, ask them about their credentials, very important.
And always, and whenever you're going to find a therapist, which is what we found in our journey, find a therapist that you connect with, that you feel that doesn't judge you. Because I'm sorry, there's some therapists that you just enter and you feel like you can't be yourself. Already, can you imagine you're a person who struggles with communication, you struggle with overthinking and perceiving things that are not there. And then you find a therapist that judges you. You'll shut down. Yeah, so find a therapist that you connect with, you can talk to, and then talk to a therapist. We've talked a lot about you as a person has anxiety. And then you as a person are the one who is putting in negative anxiety feelings into the relationship. What if the relationship is the cause of your anxiety? It is the one that is making you feel anxious. Outside, you being an overthinker, you being not a good communicator, you being all these things that we spoke about in terms of you as a person, you realize, okay, I'm not good at communicating, I overthink, maybe I have low self-esteem, maybe whatever, right?
Now the issue
now is
in the
relationship. What if that's giving you anxiety? Well, we came about some warning signs and red flags that can occur in a relationship that can indicate to you that it's actually not a healthy situation. So in these types of cases, don't beat yourself up too much, I think was my takeaway. Like,
no, okay, that's easier sayings.
It is. It is, but I think when I was reading this, I felt if you're in that kind of a relationship, don't be too hard on yourself, that it is you with the issues of communication, vulnerability, those are factors, but if the relationship in itself is not a healthy one, it will make things 10 times worse or harder.
Very true.
Because like we said, if you have to be an open communicator, then fine, you have attachment style issues, you're avoidant and anxious, that's fine, that's who you are. You're going to therapy now,
you're
to
working
work on
on
yourself, but then the environment you're in is not conducive. And even when you try to be open and communicative, you're shut down. So what will happen? The walls will go back up
higher and
Wakanda
stronger.
forever, like forget it, right? And so what we're saying is, when we're talking about this topic, aside from you having the issues and things that need to be fixed, there's also signs that your relationship is the one giving you the anxiety. The first one was you're overthinking what you want to say, because apparently it says that in a healthy relationship you should be able to say what you want. It's a free world. Like, imagine you're not in a nursery school where
excuse me, may I go to the toilet?
Woo! As I fall and die. Sorry folks, but yeah, you cannot communicate freely. You're walking around eggshells. You feel like, let me not say this thing, maybe it will be taken badly, or there'll be a fight because of it. If you find yourself doing that a lot, it's a red flag. Oh, I think this one is the one where it's an internal conflict
of your thoughts and your actions.
Internal conflict. And maybe it also comes from, if you didn't communicate, have you ever had a situation where you're having a fight with someone, it doesn't have to be your partner, even your boss or at work or something, and they tell you something, and then later you're like, oh, I have the perfect comeback. I should have said this, that. And so now you're forever thinking about, I should have said.
I should have, yeah. And it stems from overthinkers.
Yeah. So it stays in your head. So if you're constantly having that inner conflict,
bold red flag. The other one is you can't resolve arguments. You're always walking out or shutting down, or you just don't want to talk about the issues.
Yeah. So then they keep repeating themselves. It's a forever cycle. Able to compromise as a team. Obviously, if you're unable to compromise as a team, you're going to always forever have an argument.
You know, they say if you're in a relationship, let's say a marriage, it's you two against the issue.
Yes.
Against the
problem.
Who's the cause of that problem?
Exactly. You're like, it is not the issue, it's not there. You are the issue.
If you remove this issue.
Oh my gosh. Don't worry, child. Don't worry, child. One day you will come and you'll be told he's not the issue, and you're not the issue, there is the issue, but also you yourself are the issue. You stop trying to fix the other person, you fix yourself.
That's very important, because you got them as they were. So why are you trying to change?
Yeah, you fix yourself. Work on yourself. And if you work on yourself and maybe your partner is not working on themselves, then you will at some point have a place where the decisions will have to be made, because you're not completely two different human beings, right? And it's always forever about you working on yourself. Work on yourself.
Yeah, because we have 24 hours. In these 24 hours, we cannot be doing 18 hours of checking up on your man. He answered WhatsApp, social media. No, you can't. You have to keep yourself busy. Work, go to school.
Yeah. Raise your children. Focus on your career. Focus on your parents, your siblings, your friends.
Your man is not your career.
Your man is not your career. Yeah. I mean, your relationship is very important.
It's very important, but remember, you are two different individuals with two different personalities. Yeah. And you got him as he was.
Yeah.
So why are you trying to? Yeah. As is where is. So why are you trying to change?
I agree with that. So that's what you said. Why are you always worried about your relationship? That's also a red flag.
It's a red flag. My point was, you're worried because there's something. There's a
problem somewhere. Okay.
We are not going to dig deep, but.
And because that one, for you're always worried about your relationship, says instead of being able to get your tasks completed, your life, enjoy yourself, find time to relax, you're spending your free time being worried about your partner in an unhealthy manner. Yeah, it's unhealthy. And then you're always overanalyzing. Again, overthinkers, right?
This is us.
And then you're putting in more effort to the relationship than your partner. Okay.
Yeah. Why am I the one always planning for date nights,
Yeah, there should be equal opportunity effort from both partners. And I feel like this conversation has now gone into relationship issues. Okay. Hey, listen, we're not certified relationship experts.
We're talking about life.
Don't quote us, but we're just saying some of these things are stressful and they can really impact your relationship and your body and your health. Ultimately, that's where we're trying to come back to, is to say that relationship anxiety can come back and harm your body. Anxiety will harm you. You'll not be able to sleep. Stress. Maybe now you're stress eating. So you're either gaining weight or losing weight. Again, symptoms of depression are checking in. You're having heart palpitations and
you can't
panic attacks, you can't focus. And what we're trying to shine the light on here is to say, perhaps it's your relationship. Perhaps you have a relationship anxiety, right? And because I think doctors have a huge challenge, if you agree with me. Imagine you rock up to your doctor's office and you have all these physical symptoms, right? Now your doctor is putting you on all sorts of medications. but there's physically really nothing seriously wrong with you, but you're always having stomach aches.
You're always having gastritis. Your
ulcers
answers
are just there for like, what's up? We're here forever, you know. Never leaving you, and so it's puzzling. And I think in a woman's body, your body will, not only women but men too, your body will always tell you.
It will always tell you,
is up.
There's something wrong.
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
So what we're saying is, in your investigation, in your detective of good health, trying to find good health, check your relationship
and check yourself.
Check yourself. Is it giving you relationship anxiety?
Are you sweating all the time?
Okay.
Can't you sleep? Last night you didn't sleep. You slept for 2 hours.
Okay, yeah. So that's all we're really trying to say is, let's have these conversations where we're saying perhaps this could be it. And as you question your body, question your life, you hopefully find a path to good health.
It's true.
Because that's what we're all trying to be, is healthy.
Plus, this life is just one. This is not a trial period. This is not a rehearsal. This is your life. You'll never get it back. So please live your life.
Stop overthinking. Go out there.
Stop the thoughts right now. Just live your life. Live your life.
Live your life.
And stop with the labeling. Also labeling. Let's say you're married, so you call yourself Mrs. Mrs. John Kamau. So it limits you from enjoying life.
That's what you were saying about identity. Find your identity outside your Mrs.ness.
Please,
find your identity outside.
Live your life.
What were your dreams before you got married?
Exactly.
You had dreams, you had goals. What were those things? Challenge yourself. And I love this conversation because it's like saying, listen, ladies, let's challenge ourselves. Push yourselves to be the best person that you can be. And we should stop looking at things from a very like small little hole where we're saying, if the relationship is messed up, then we're going to die with it.
There's a book I brought with me. It's called Thrive.
Oh, nice.
By Ariana Huffington. So she talks about her life in the corporate world, and it's really a good book for women's, for us. Empowerment. It just talks about living your life to the fullest.
Okay. So good book to add to your
good readings,
to your good reads. And I'll borrow this. You read it how many times?
It's a reference book, so it's not at Yale.
Are you thriving, Queen? It says thriving. Are you thriving? It is a journey. You're becoming.
Me and Michelle.
You and Michelle are the same. I love it. I love it. So, ladies and gents, as we all strive to thrive. And did you see what I did there? We bid you farewell. This has been great. Again,
thank you for commenting on our last episode.
Yes, please keep commenting. Let us know what you're liking, not liking, any topics you'd like us to maybe tackle or talk about. Like we said, be kind in the comment section. This is new for us. We're literally just enjoying life and talking about the things that we're learning, right? So with that said,
remember to follow our Instagram page at Inner Balance Solution.
Yes.
And also our personal pages we can put down
on the link below,
on the description below. But till then,
bye.